I tweeted out that I wasn't going to talk about this fight card, but I lied a little bit. I just want to get out my picks, no analysis or preview whatsoever. If you want some in-depth stuff, you go follow Will Martin MMA. Daniel Levy, Half the Battle, Best Fight Picks, and Rockstarzee. Also my good friend Nick Baldwin, at Nick UFC, and The Clown Kid, at The Clown Kid. All 5 of those dudes do some wonderful, wonderful shit. Go look at them. I'm just going to talk about the fights that I know about. So I don't know about the first fight. We're going to skip that one and go right into the second fight of the night, which is Sergio the Panther Moraes versus Luan Tarzan Chagas. Sergio Moraes is a really good fighter. He's minus 470. And the other guy's a new guy. I think Sergio whoops his ass. Second round KO, TKO stoppage. Moving right along, got the main event of the UFC Fight Pass prelims. We've got Little Nog versus Patrick Durkins Cummins. Patrick Cummins is minus 225. This dude should never, ever, ever be minus 225. I don't care who he is fighting. Even Little Nog. With that said, I think he gets a bump and grind victory here. Moving to the first fight of the Fox Sports 1 prelims, we've got a fucking extremely exciting fight. John Hands of Stone Lineker versus Rob Font. Font should have a pretty decent size advantage. He should have a reach advantage of around 4 inches. That's not significant according to Fightnomics. Hands of Stone hits hard as hell. He was a really good fighter at 125 pounds. Couldn't make the weight all the time. He's done pretty well at 135 pounds. I think that he keeps that trainer rolling. He's minus 150. Rob Font's plus 130. Yeah, I think that Hands of Stone gets the victory here. Let's go to Francisco Masaranduba Trinaldo versus Yancy 209 Medeiros. Masaranduba's old, and he looks old. He kind of looks like he might at some point deflate, but I do think that he's a little better than Yancy Medeiros. This guy is a decision machine. I think that he keeps up with that and beats Yancy Medeiros 29-28. Thiago de Lima Marreta Santos versus Nate the Great Marquardt. Thiago Santos should win this fight. Nate Marquardt is a guy that you should be fading from here on out. In fact, he's been faded quite a bit. He's plus 335, minus 420 on Santos. Here's the thing. I thought that CB the Doberman Dalloway would beat Marquardt. Not so much. So perhaps Marquardt could beat Santos here? But nah, Santos is going to knock his ass out. Moving to a fight that, wow, this should be on the pay-per-view portion, but I think that they put it here because, well, it'll get people enticed into maybe purchasing the pay-per-view. It could come back to bite UFC in the ass if Damian Maia just controls this fight on the ground and doesn't ever finish him. That could be pretty boring for the casual fans. But what I think happens is I think Damian Maia gets Matt Brown down to the ground early, at least tires him out early, and gets a submission at some point in this fight. Does he get it in the first round? I don't think so. The Clown Kid thinks so, but I do not. I do think that he wins via submission, and that right now is plus 150. Him winning straight up is minus 330, but you can get Damian Maia right now by submission at plus 150. That might be worth throwing something at him. Anyway, let's move it into the pay-per-view portion of this fight card. What a deal for Brian Bam Bam Barberina. He goes from beating Sage Northcutt to a pay-per-view fight. So that's pretty neat. Warley Alves is his opponent, undefeated 11-0. Warley is an enormous favorite at minus 620. Bam Bam plus 460. Yeah, that seems about right. UFC Pick'em, Warley Alves, KO, TKO, round number 2. Let's go with it. Now, here is probably one of my first upsets on the fight card if I haven't had an upset yet. And it looks like I have not had an upset so far on the card. Mauricio Shogun Rua versus Corey Anderson. Anderson is minus 250. Mauricio is plus 210. Yeah, Mauricio is a really small light heavyweight. Yeah, he has faded severely. He's a shell of his former self. But I just think that perhaps he will catch Corey Anderson with one of those wild looping punches. And by the way, Corey Anderson has the worst fucking nickname in all of combat sports. Beastin 25-8. Somebody in his camp needs to tell him to change that thing because it fucking sucks. Anyway, Mauricio Shogun Rua by KO or TKO in round number 2. Here's the thing with that one as well. Mauricio by KO or TKO is plus 500. And that's the only way he's going to win this fight. If he does, why not throw a quarter unit or a half a unit on Mauricio Shogun Ua? Next fight is the long-awaited UFC debut from Chris Cyborg Justino. Chris Cyborg is minus 1,700. Leslie Smith, bless her heart for taking this fight, but she's going to get murdered. Put Chris Cyborg Justino on your DraftKings team and expect for this fight to end in round number 1. Ronaldo Jacare Souza versus Vitor the Phenom Belfort. Vitor, like Mauricio Shogun, he's a little deflated. He has severely declined as of late. But his problem is he no longer has TRT. TRT Belfort's probably the best middleweight of all time. But TNT Belfort is not that great. My good friend Nick Baldwin thinks that Ronaldo Souza could win this thing by KO or TKO. And god dang it, I agree with him. Let's check out right now, real quick, bear with me, what he is by KO or TKO. Ronaldo is plus 439 to win by KO or TKO. That might be worth playing, but gosh, I'm sorry, Nick, I just disagree. I think that Ronaldo could rock Vitor, get him to the ground, and then submit him there. I've played Ronaldo straight up at minus 290. I just really think that he's going to win, so I laid a little bit of chalk on him. I put 2.9 units to win, 1 unit on Ronaldo Souza. I really hope that comes through. Main event of the evening. This fight is for the title of the baddest fucking man on the planet. The heavyweight championship of the world, of course. Fabricio Cavallo Verdum versus Stipe, the Cleveland Croatian Miocic. This is really close on the odds. Fabricio is minus 160. The comeback on Stipe, plus 140. A lot of people are picking Stipe. And I think that it's a little bit off of American bias, of a little bit of just wishful thinking. Yes, his hands are really crisp. Yes, he's a really athletic, mobile guy for the heavyweight division. But Fabricio's hands are probably just as crisp, maybe 1 notch less crisp. He has better kicks, Muay Thai striking, and then, what do you know? He is the best jiu-jitsu guy in the heavyweight division. At one time it was Frank Mir. Right now, and maybe for a little while now, it's been Fabricio Cavallo Verdum. I think that he gets it done. I think that he submits Stipe Miocic. So basically on this fight card, I'm not playing anything too risky. I'm going with the safe play. Anyway, play UFC Pick'em with me on the interwebs. It's really fun. I'll put a link in the description box below for you to play along with me. And then once again, for some in-depth picks, you follow my guys. Best Fight Picks, Daniel Levy. Will Martin, MMA. Rockstarzee. His name's Kyle. And then Nick Baldwin, the hardest working 16-year-old MMA journalist in the whole world. He's probably the only one, who knows. And then also the Clown Kid. He does a post-fight show called Before the Bald Man Speaks. It's worth checking out. I'll put links to all 5 of those guys' content in the description box below. Just for shits and gigs, give the video a thumbs up. And hopefully for the next UFC event, I can get back with some high-quality video content. And I'll see you on that video. Namaste.